Gimme. And now our second valedictorian. Welcome, Brian Alba. Brian has a 4.84 GPA and plans to attend UC Irvine in the fall.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I've never been the biggest fan of these speeches. They're a challenge to write. It's not easy to find a new way to give advice that most of you have heard 1,000 times. Not to mention, I believe that any one of you in the audience could inspire us with your words, as your presence here today indicates a great deal about your character. This almost goes without saying, but our class is quite unprecedented. Not only are we marking a century of Grossmont's educational history, but we have also emerged triumphant in a battle against the unexpected. I admit it, this gaping abyss of the unknown has scared me witless, perhaps because our frontal lobe works best when it knows how to plan our business. A little over a year ago, none of us could have envisioned the implications that a viral molecule could have on our daily lives. Now we are naturals at this thing called distance learning. We don't even have to try. This makes me wonder whether or not the unexpected is only nefarious. After all, our being here today proves we grew as people and persevered, whether you are a Gemini or an Aquarius. You see, if I take you all back to the deep recesses of my memories, my wise lit teacher, Mr. Bell, provided me with an interesting bit of tea. He said, get this, appraise meaning to your suffering. They ran out of donuts at Krispy Kreme, the tedious minutia of homework, or COVID-19. In all of these instances, it is possible to learn something. For life is more than getting from point A to point B. The journey itself is more important than any geometry. Some of you will get straight there, some of you will have squiggly lines and take your time. At the end of the day, we grow as humans through these endeavors. Now, isn't that sublime? Undoubtedly, this past year has affected us differently. Some have lost those they loved unconditionally, while isolation has caused a mental health issue to gain intensity. Motivation is fleeting when we fail to satisfy our hierarchy of needs, which is why I respect our school for having peer listening. By understanding what we have been through and the experiences we have shared, I hope we can come together and be humans who care about each other, about our futures, and most of all, for the oppressed, those whose problems society has deemed far too petty to address. These actions needn't be grand. Take it from my friend Gandalf the Grey. It is not great power that checks evil per se, but the small everyday deeds of us folks who keep the darkness at bay. We have battled through the hardships of this past year to stand before you all today, which is precisely why I am up on this podium with a few words to say. Our growth as people, I can say with confidence, did not just come from ourselves. Behind each and every one of you graduates stands someone else. For me, it is my parents, brother, coaches, teachers, and friends. For some of you, it is a mixture of these groups. Call it a blend. As we stand on the precipice of our future, we may not have it all figured out. I certainly don't, but life is more than a search for clout. Our wonderful school has provided us with the tools to navigate and plan our directions, and in addition has given us many memories, a truly great selection. The peaceful tradition of sock wrestling, the straight busting calzones, and the tranquil mosh pits at prom. As my speech draws to a close, this is my swan song. Each and every one of you brings something truly special to the table. Man, I would hug y'all if I was able. I have no doubt that you will be well equipped for your future endeavors, for you have learned to value the process, achieving wisdom beyond measure. I wish you all the best in whatever you do and wherever you go, and I hope that you all take away a little something from this Dr. Seuss flow. To bittersweet goodbyes, to the 4 years that just flew by, yours truly, Brian Alba. Thank you for your time.